Marta and Gus met in the Air Force, married, and had a daughter, Allie, who's now age 4. Gus was deployed when Allie was a baby, but he's out of the service now. Marta's still in the reserves. She was called up when Allie was 3, gone for almost a year, and home just in time for Allie's 4th birthday. The separation was even harder than Marta had expected. Hard for Allie, too, but she seemed to get used to it. There were tears at times, and she especially missed her mom reading her bedtime story. But Gus and Marta really feel they're having their hardest time parenting now, even though Marta's been home for more than 4 months.
Allie has always been shy. First a mommy's girl, then a daddy's girl. Her preschool teacher says she's slow to warm up. She's well liked by other kids, but doesn't like to go to their houses, so Allie's playdates are always at our house. Goodbyes were hard when she first started preschool. Lots of crying and not wanting either of us to leave. But after 3 or 4 weeks, she settled in and it was fine. The drop-off got hard again when Marta was deployed. But Allie and I made a plan. 2 goodbye hugs and her favorite teacher would lead her to the classroom. She sometimes looked sad as she walked in with her teacher, but no tears. Her teacher told me she'd be playing with her friends and fine a few minutes after I left. Oh, and she was always happy when I came back at 6. But when Marta came home, Allie started crying again at drop-off and clinging to Marta. Marta feels it is important not to leave until Allie is ready, but Allie seems to get more and more upset during these long goodbyes. Marta gets tearful herself, and eventually the teacher just steps in and sends Marta out. Bedtime is a lot the same problem. Allie sobs and clings to Marta when she tries to leave, so Marta lies in bed with her till Allie falls asleep, and many nights Marta falls asleep along with her. We're in a bad cycle. Marta worries that her deployment permanently damaged Allie. I want some alone time with Marta. I mean, both of us love Allie and want a second child too, but with Allie's struggles, I can't imagine how that would work.
Does Allie's preschool and bedtime struggle sound familiar to you? Transitions can be hard for any preschooler, but are often hardest for shy children. And what's hard for a child often becomes hard for her parents too. It's never easy for us to see our children distressed. If Gus came to see me, I would start our visit by listening to his description of how Allie has managed the transitions at preschool. First, when both parents were home, then with just Gus, while Marta was deployed, and most recently, since Marta has returned, with both parents at home again. Allie's coping style, or temperament, is shy and cautious. She needed time to adjust to preschool initially, and time to readjust to her dad parenting solo while her mother was deployed. Shy children like Allie often need more time to adjust to a home or school change that might not have as much impact on an outgoing child, like Doug in our other preschool video. While Marta was gone, Gus, Allie, and her teacher developed a drop-off routine that worked. After a predictable double hug from Gus, Allie's teacher took her hand and led her into the classroom. It may have been hard at first, but the consistent plan helped Allie to say goodbye more easily and to learn that she could manage the separation. My guess is that Gus was relaxed. Allie trusted him and felt that school must be a safe place for her. Shy children like Allie often look to their parents and study their reactions to see if a new situation is scary or safe. You can probably remember times when your child was younger, as a toddler, and looked at you after a fall to see if he should cry or if your reaction was that he was okay. Marta, meanwhile, is worrying that her absence during deployment harmed her daughter. She wants to show Allie how well loved she is with extra hugs and more hugs and long, long, long goodbyes. But what Allie is picking up on is that her mother is really worried, and this makes the separations more and more difficult. Marta's approach is an error of kindness. She's trying to make up for lost time with Allie, but is signaling unintentionally that preschool is too hard for Allie, or maybe it's unsafe. I'd encourage Marta and Gus to focus on preschool and bedtime challenges for a start. Working on too many behaviors at once is overwhelming, and these 2 separation times are important ones. In general, how we understand our child's behavior guides our loving response. So I'd want to help Allie's parents to decode the meaning of her goodbye distress. I'd interpret Allie's tears and clinging as her way of saying, please show me that my school is a safe place for me. Be confident that I can learn to have calm goodbyes. I need your help to do this, but when I can, I'll be proud of myself. Because if Allie's parents, especially Marta, believe her distress says, you left me, and now I need an infinite number of hugs to believe that you still love me, their reactions will be different. I really don't think this is what Allie is communicating. She needs their confidence in her to gain confidence in herself. The most loving response Marta can give her daughter is a clear signal that preschool is a good place to spend time. The transition to good goodbyes will be gradual, since Allie's pretty sure that separating from her mom is very, very difficult, and the feeling will take time to fade. I'd suggest that Gus and Marta take turns with preschool drop-off. Some mornings, Allie may go with her mother, and other mornings with her dad. Each parent will need to deliver the same message of confidence in Allie's ability to say goodbye and have a good day at preschool. They might follow the same routine at night, taking turns reading a bedtime story to her. Helping Allie learn that she can cope with either parent will help her be more secure and will help Gus and Marta co-parent more effectively. This flexibility and ease needs to be established before another child or another deployment demands attention. Shy, cautious children need extra preparation for transitions, and they benefit from more detailed explanations. It can be helpful to create a weekly chart to hang in the kitchen with the bedtime parent and the drop-off parent clearly listed for each day. Then, every morning at breakfast, one parent should review the week out loud with Allie until she can name the parent for each day. Outgoing Doug from our other preschool video might benefit from a chart showing where he and his mom have their runaround time after school. You'll find these weekly schedules at the Home-Based Community Center. You may want to print one off to remind yourself that reviewing and re-reviewing the daily and weekly routines helps a young child feel more secure. Are there tough transitions for your child? Let us know and let's see if we can come up with some ideas to help. So the guidance for Gus and Marta began with recognizing Allie's temperament, which affects her reactions to changes. Shy and timid children pay attention to the details and read their parents' faces for clues of when to worry a little and when to worry a lot. So when a situation is safe, we need to help them know it's safe. The decoding of Allie's distress at separations was also an important message, because how her parents interpret her behavior will determine their loving responses. In my experience, shy children often grow up to be detail-oriented adults who are organized, careful, and considerate. Our confidence in them during their early years is what builds their self-confidence in themselves for the future. Did Allie remind you of your child or another child you know? Please let us know if this video was helpful to you by rating it. Also, let us know if you'd recommend it to another parent or a friend. Thank you for sharing your feedback. It's important to us.